Hey all, recording on the wrong microphone tonight. To bring you this patch note slash update, we noticed a couple things wrong with the Swordfish. We're going to fix them right now. One thing was there was some unintentional bleed over of color from the tail right here onto these thrusters, and we are going to patch that right now. Not going to worry about having a whole bunch of yeah, don't worry about them. So yeah, we're going to do that. The other thing was actually I noticed that the escape pods weren't functioning properly, and that is the one that I'm more concerned about. And I have it down to two options, I think. There is a sensor in each escape pod bay that turns on the door, turns on the gate, so that you can leave. I have it off by default so that people can't tamper with it. And that sensor range might not be covering the cockpit. The gate's over there, sensor's on the wall. That sensor actually extends out that way. So you can see that I'm here, that's on, and when I press this button, it opens the gate and sends this guy out. We're having a sound glitch right now. There's no sound for me either. So that works just fine, but if I get into the cockpit and launch the kind of like normal way, which is toolbar 1, button 1, this timer here, nothing happens. So let's, here, I'm going to go back in here and check that sensor range. Yeah, we need to turn, do I have a button set up for this, or do I actually need to? That's interesting. Huh. Oh. Looks like we're finding something else we need to patch. Okay. Or is that a safety feature? Feature or bug? You decide. Let's go back over here and check on that guy. So yeah, the sensor could be the issue, or that timer block itself I might not have mapped to the door appropriately. So we're going to check both of those issues and send out a patch on that tonight. Okay, yeah, so let's see. Here, I actually want to see the other guy too. What happened here? So this is just stuck open. I should have a button in there. I should. Okay. Timer block on that. It's still going. That wants the door to close. Now let's see. We have 3.7, 3.7. Damn it, this is actually really annoying. I don't like this. Here, let's see if we can open the gate. Do I have... No, it's on, off, and then this is open. There we go. Let's get this guy out of here for now. I can find him. Okay, get out. Let's see. So... I guess that's a possibility, but that doesn't mean the other thing isn't wrong either. So on the other one, we will check that. Dampeners. Okay, what's this timer block called? This is called timer launch. And I don't see any door linkages that are broken here. So this doesn't have door open baked in. That is for sure. Sensor, maybe not. So let's delete that guy. Sensor, maybe not, rather. I shouldn't say maybe not. I should like that. That is still a possibility. But here's what we're gonna do. I am going to disable the... No, event controllers are always messy. I'm not gonna bother with that. I'm just gonna assume that they are. Gate... Okay, so this is east. Yeah, I can see it here. The other one's west. East is going to be left extent, so let's extend that to 4.5. Here, just to check. Oh, this is done. Okay, that isn't on, and I'm wrong. That's two things, right? Yeah, there we go. It's right extent. 4.5. And I can do that for the other as well. So that must be 4.5. I should check that. Just make sure I didn't mess that up. Let's see. On. Yes, okay, good. And gate, take off west, and make sure show on HUD is off. Okay. Then what? Then we do the launch block, the timer blocks for launch. Cool. So this is going to be this one, that one's the other one. We're on the west door, west gate, escape pod is a group, and we are going to make sure that that goes to open. Cool. And then this guy, east gate, and you go to open. Alright, I'm going to copy this. We're going to see if it works, and if it does, we're going to upload it. This is also the one where I did these guys. Cool. And I did say I wanted to add a button to, let's see what I have. Button, west, escape pod bay. Not screens. Can I set up button? Yeah, right. Okay, so I have the door and then the vent. I honestly care more about the inner door than the vent. So west, exterior, escape, right? Yeah, there we go. And we are going to have that to open and closed. Cool. And east, we'll do the same. Where are we? Setup actions. East, X, escape. And this as well. Cool. So that way, if you need to get back in the ship after that's launched, it'll do it, and let's test all of those functions now. And actually it'll be a nice loop for the test, because we'll send out the escape pod, we'll be inside the escape pod if everything works, and then we'll have to come back in through that escape pod bay and skip this whole journey down to the escape pods. I have already copied it. I haven't blueprinted it yet. So let's see. Awesome. Oh, I should. Maybe I should just bake a delay into that timer. That actually makes sense to me. What just happened? There we go. Nah, because like, I don't know. Like if the gate's already open or something, like you can open it from the inside. Okay, cool. So that works too. That's. But I didn't do anything. Why was it off? Because I hadn't accessed it? Maybe that was it. Maybe that was the issue. I don't know. Okay, so that's there. And let's see if this one works. Cool. Like there is a button inside there to actually open the gate manually, and it is intended to be used that way. So that's not why we're not going to bake a delay into that timer block function, right? Because I've got an open and close there. Cool. So let's see. Let's make sure we're still holding the same blueprint, and by that just that we have the swordfish, not that like. Well, actually, we can check this. Cool. All right, and publish, right? Cool. Not going to actually write any change notes there because I never do, and nobody reads those, I don't think. It would be a cool thing to start doing, maybe, in some other life. Not right now. Have a good night, everybody.